So this is going to be an interesting market watch. You'll see towards the end. What's good, YouTube? It is your boy Dante here, back in the Digimon Laboratory with yet another market watch. I got like 20 tabs open. I mean, it's just time to go in. Simple as that. It's just time to go in. First of all, I'm going to be looking at the Alphamon as usual, but then also I'm going to pull up the Altanar as well. So right now we're seeing Alphamons here near mint for about 28. We saw Alphamon going on a very, very slow decline because a lot of like it was one of those things to where Alphamon, if high road, just like Jesmon, it can be one of those decks to be reckoned with, but it has to high roll. And a lot of decks right now, Imperial high rolls faster and way more consistent. Mastermind just disrupts you no matter what you really do. It just disrupts you. So you can't really high roll as as consistent as you want to. Blue hybrid would just strip your sources and make you basically a vanilla on field. Yellow hybrid would just reduce DP down to nothing, and then you be checking to security with like 0 DP. Even though you can't be deleted, guess what? You can be deleted if you hit some security. Like it's one of those things to where Alphamon's very, very, very tough to play as of this moment. And you see Alphamon's at 28 for the secrets. It's at 36 for the alternars. So if you really want to pick up Alphamon now, say you was not a fan of Alphamon the deck, and you want to pick up Alphamon now because you're just so ready for BT9, yada 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 yada. If you want to casually play it, pick up the secrets, borrow the secrets, see how you go. If you're gonna be a diehard Alphamon player after BT9, going to BT10, going to EX03, then pick up the alternate arts because they'll spike harder than the secrets will. Alternate arts will probably spike up to like 45, 50s. And then if you can sell it as highest at this point right now at this juncture, 37 is not bad for alternate art Alphamon. Remember, it's an alternate art secret. It's from BT6, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, from BT6. Which BT6 is the hybrid meta. So also remember that. So it's one of the things where Alphamon and X anybody that's like, War Greymon X, Metal Garurumon X, which is my personal favorite. I will be playing that deck. Datsmon is going to be a thing even more in BT. Even more, when it comes to BT9, Datsmon is going to be a thing. All these decks are going to come out in BT9. And Alphamon may just be able to keep up with these decks. I feel like BT9 is going to be another meta shifting set, just like BT8. And to be honest with you, with BT8, really it was just the structure decks. It was the Mastermons and Imperialmons that really just ran rampant. So really BT8 just gave us some complementary cards, some dual color cards, nice mechanic when it comes to Armor Rush or Armor Purge. It was neat and all, but like we said on this channel before, if you're not playing dual colors, then you're not playing, competitively. And, Alphamon's the only deck to where it won't play dual colors. Yeah, you can say Datsmon. Datsmon is a black and purple deck, but, Datsmon is not Alphamon. Alphamon is a pure black X anybody deck. Can Datsmon keep up with, say, War Greymon X, Metal Garurumon X, Imperialmon, You'll still have Mastermind running around, but you might have Mastermind, Dexmon be more of a combination. I don't know. I think it might conflict. I think the yellow might actually conflict with the black and purple that it wants to go up. So you might not see Alphamons really running too crazy up in there, but you'll see somebody trying to test some crazy tricolor, Mastermind deck, because Mastermind is that good. Um, Honestly, I think Mastermind paired with, Fondymon's good, but I think Mastermind paired with maybe a, I don't know, maybe a Titamon, just to be hyper aggressive, or even a Anubismon, or something to that extent. If it needs a little bit more power, because Mastermind is a bit controlly at first, and then it swings in for major check counts. But yeah, this is the Altanar is probably the way to go for Alphamon if you really really want to. I know two people who's pretty much match ready to Alphamon decks. My boy Kyle and my boy Otto. They match ready to Alphamon decks, and that's going to be something to where if I really want to do it, it's going to cost me way more than the Yu-Gi-Oh deck. So I've been debating on it, but definitely if you want to go ahead and pick it up, you can pick it up now. You can. I think it might go down to like 32, 33 before BT8 hits. BT8 hits in August, I believe. So this is probably the best time to grab it if you really want to. But, buyers beware on Alphamon right now. I didn't think I was going to say it, but buyers beware. Simple. Again, Duramon's going back up. Duramon's going back up to a $55 price point for a near mint. I hate doing this because we're two totally different formats. I looked at some OCG format lists, and they cut this card to 2. Like I was seeing some like tournament winning OCG format lists, and they cut Duramon down to 2 because they played 4 of Ryudamon. And then they play 4 the new one that comes out. And they cut this down to 2 and play 2 Sairizamon. So beware. I don't know how this format's going to shape up here because, security with best 2 out of 3 here. So, security control type of decks actually run rampant. Like, Bial Starmon, 3 Musketeers security control. Yellow hybrid, yellow hybrid variants, Rainamon hybrid variants. We have control decks that people love to play. That's going to be one of them things to where it's going to curve our meta very, very heavily. So, yeah. Like, be aware, be very wary of this. Be very wary of this. We're theory crafting right now on how we want the final Alphamon deck to be in BT9. We're theory crafting about that. So just be wary of maybe this Doramon might settle back down to 40 for the alternate art. Lucimon Chaos Mode alternate art is dang near 60. Do you remember when these things were $30 at pre-release or pre-sale? And I said this is probably the best pre-sale you're going to get. You might as well pick them up now because people are overlooking it. That, and I think this was like 30, and the alternate art, Suzanomon was I think at 35, and I was like, these are probably the best pre-sales you can get. I wouldn't call you a madman for getting them. Guess what? Now you're looking like a genius if you actually listen to that advice. These things doubled since they was released 3.5 months ago, 4 months ago. This card's good. Mastermind plays this card at 1 or 2, depending on what your fancy is. If you want to see, you play 2. Some people are very ballsy and go 3. I don't personally like 3. I think 2 is perfectly fine. Honestly, I feel like BT10, we might actually see it get its dragon form, Lucimon. That would be probably the craziest thing, but make it level 6. It has to have some busted effect though. I mean, all the Lucimons are pretty good. So, I don't think this card is going to lead the meta. I think it'll fluctuate somewhere. The alternate art, by the way, purple alternate art, I think it'll fluctuate anywhere between 48, 50 to maybe 60. I'll be surprised if this card does go above 60. This card has to be the dominant card. Like, it has to be like Omnimon Zort defeat type of levels of dominant in order to be over 60. And I don't think it's there quite yet. I mean, we'll see. Like, that's all I gotta say is we'll see. So, excuse me. Another long day. Omnimon alternate art. I call it the Ghost Rare, but it's still selling here below 1,000. I just wanted to check up on it. I saw that it actually spiked up in price from its original, $750, $800. Yeah, people just undercutting. See people just undercutting at 1,000. Yo, if you don't buy it at 1,000, get it graded. Especially if it's a near mint one, so you can get something above a 9 or above. If you can get that, then PSA graded, you'd be good. You'd be good. Hold off to the side for some years. This thing is skyrocketing in price. Just saying. Sakuyamon is sitting at $8 here. Sakuyamon, if I'm not mistaken, she actually fell hard. I think she was like, what? No. I think, matter of fact, let's look at the logs. So we see here on June 12th, the market price here was about $8. And then you just see it fall here. So June 23rd, $5. But then you see this heavy spike. And this heavy spike is due to people playing Yellow Hybrid Sakuyamon. Now, Yellow Hybrid Sakuyamon is not a bad deck. Because you play Yellow Hybrid, and then you put in the 4/4 line of the Sakuyamon all the way up from Renamon Sakuyamon. So that's 4, 8, 12, 16 spots. I mean, Yellow Hybrid is a very flexible type of deck. I mean, really all you need is the Zoe and the Hybrid lines with, the Rapid Mons. So right there, you're talking about 20 cards. So even with the Sakuyamon line going in, you're talking about 36 cards. Then you're throwing your TKs and you're throwing your TKs and your Renas and you don't have to worry about the Zoes because the Zoe's already into count. So you're throwing your TKs and your Uranus and your plugins. Then you started cooking. Then you're cooking with some gas there. Then you're looking at maybe a 5-card flexibility that you can do with the deck. If we want to throw in more high counts, because a lot of decks I've seen was playing a 2-2-2 line of all the plugins. Me personally, I do like a 2-2-2 count. But I think it should be more of the I like the 3-3 count. I believe it's the green plugin that lets you draw and then digivolve from your hand for I believe it's a reduced Digivolution count if it's 3 or less. And then the other one is it gives something +1 security. The red one gives something +1 security. So I think those are probably better ones in my personal opinion. I I think having a 3-3 line of those would be great. It'd be perfect. I say throw in some blue cards because blue cards allow you to, look at the top 5, get a Digimon so you can fix your hand. Or if you want to Digivolve onto a Digimon that can Digivolve, you can go ahead and do that. So it's many different tricks to where you can turbo out your yellow hybrid stuff, start playing around with that. Turbo out your Sakuyamon, start playing around with that. So yeah, like a lot of people are going that direction. I may test it out. I do have all the cards for it. I may just build it and test it out just to see how it functions and work. Actually, no, I don't have the cards for it. I'm actually missing 3 TKs. I need 3 TKs. So I'm going to go hunting for 3 TKs. But I think it's a good deck. How viable is it? I don't know. I don't know if it's the better route to go when it comes to the Yellow Hybrid deck. I don't know. Yellow Hybrid is a very good deck. A lot of people are playing this blue-yellow, control deck with a Zulanamon. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. This format is very, very, very diverse. It's going to be interesting. Beelzemon SR is sitting at about $3. If you want to play Beelzemon, you need to play this one. You need to play the not scatter mode, blast mode as well. And the blast mode is the one that's gonna run you pretty expensive because you actually need to play 3 to 4 of them. You can't get away with 2, just in case you bottom deck one of them and one is in security. Then you really can't really play the game like you want to, because I and Mako want to Digivolve from the trash. Pretty good. I think I might pick a couple of these up for a my oldest Mon mill deck I have going on. I want to optimize that a little more. I just need these. I don't need the scatter modes really, to be honest with you. Just saying. But pick those up. Penny stock to look out for, to be honest with you. I think this might go up to like a $5-6 card if you want to make a quick buck. And the only reason why I said that is because meme decks meme decks. I wouldn't call it rogue because I consider Yellow Hybrid a rogue deck. I consider Alphamon a rogue deck. Like, I consider Shivamon a rogue deck. Those are rogue decks to where you can take them to a tournament, do decently well, and even steal some wins from some decks that you're not supposed to just because of you have that game 1 advantage of, oh, wait, what is this? Like, they don't really know what they're going up against. So, rogue decks can take down a tournament. Rogue decks can top a tournament easily. That kind of stuff. This is a meme deck. This is like a Memimon. This is a meme deck. So there's some cards that work with Justimon and BT9, and I know I gotta finish that. I gotta finish my BT9 video. I have to find time to do that. So yeah, there's some more cards that actually they trigger in hand to put underneath Justimon and give Justimon different inheritables. It's like Fujimon and Sunjimon and I think Kazuomon or something like that. And they're dual colors too. So Justimon has something coming for it. Don't be surprised if this card goes to like $5-6 because people are hyped about it. Kind of like the Dynasmon treatment. Dynasmon was like $3, and when somebody I think topped some kind of event with Lord Nightmon, Dynasmon, then people like, oh yeah, then Dynasmon went up like $7-8 card like instantaneously, but now it's like back down to $3 after it's passed out the format. So I wouldn't be surprised if you picked up a couple of these in a trade and it went up to like $5 or $6 and you just got rid of them in another trade, like that kind of stuff. That's a card that you really want to look out for if you want to pick up a quick penny stock that just might go up. Worst case scenario, I mean, you pick up what, 40s at $3 a pop, so $12. It's not gonna break you whatsoever. It's not like you're giving away like a crazy car like an Alpha Mine for these. Don't do not do that. Don't do that. Black War Greymon is actually seeing a bit of a downward trend. Black War Greymon is a very good deck. If in my opinion, I think Black War Greymon is a pretty good tier 2 deck. It can keep up with the tier 1 decks, but it has trouble because of its huge Digivolution cost of 4. If it was 3, I think this thing would be instantly tier 1. Like competing like in, Mastermind and all of them, but its cost is very, very high, even with Nokia, because you have to establish a Nokia, which usually takes away one of your turns. If you don't establish a memory tamer turn 1, which is pretty difficult because this deck needs to be consistent. Red has a problem being consistent naturally, and black has a problem being consistent naturally. This is why they're giving Alpha Mon so much support to be as consistent as possible. Red and black, I can argue, are probably the worst two colors when it comes to consistency. And when I mean consistency I mean by consistently getting up to your boss monster. That was the problem with Jesmon. Consistency. That was the problem with Raglan Lordmon. Consistency. Yes, these two decks probably won tournaments. Yes, these two decks probably top tournaments. But just because you won 1 or 2 tournaments out of the 30 tournaments that we have, where Imperial is running rampant, Mastermind Lilith Loop won 2 nationals and was still topping tournaments over in the E. Actually, I think it won a tournament over in the EU just recently. The consistency portion of it is in the Dragonkin trait, Greymon name type of line. And there's no real flexibility outside of that. And I hate to say it because if you put take anything up in this deck, it makes it that much more inconsistent. So be wary of this. This deck I think is good. I really do think it's good. It has so much potential. But I feel like it's going to get overshadowed by War Greymon X coming and BT9 the next set. I feel like this deck's going to get overshadowed. I really do think so. It has more indirect support because of all the Greymon stuff coming out. But just be wary that Black War Greymon may not be the end all be all. You might take some of the Black War, the red and black dual color stuff and put it into War Greymon X instead. So just be wary of that. Phonymon Fall Down Mode is sitting at $6 right here. I think this card's actually very good. Is it this one that had an X anybody? I know Lord Bluemon had a X antibody. I want to say it's either this one or Rosemond. Not necessarily sure, but I think this card is going to be a staple for purple decks. If you want to throw in a secondary Digimon, go with your main Digimon. You're going to throw in like a Phonymon. Or you going give you the recovery, yada, yada, yada. Or if you want to throw in, you very, aggressive out the trash, like Dexmon, don't be surprised if you see Dexmon players, like myself, play Anubismon. because of it being able to digivolve out the trash, play cards out the trash, bring it back out the trash, and newest mind sets them up to where they get instant rush. Do not sleep on that combination when it comes to Detsmon. Do not. But I think this card is actually a pretty decent card. I wouldn't doubt this card actually sees an $8 price point. It goes back up. So just watch out for this card. There might be a couple of decks that might not abuse this card, but actually star this card in its upcoming sets. Here's the blast mode here, sitting at a $40 price point. Like I said, if you're not playing blast mode, you're not playing the deck. You need at least 3. Not 2, not 1, 3. 3 or 4, those are the two numbers that you go with if you want to play Beelzemon at maximum efficiency. Beelzemon 100%. Now, like I said, Beelzemon and my oldest mind put into a deck. I am testing out if my oldest mind build without Beelzemon blast mode. I might need to borrow a couple just to see how it operates. But it is a mill heavy. I mean, I don't even think I have rookies in the deck. I think if I have rookies in the deck, it's like 2 or 3 imp mons from EX02. Just to constantly mill. Because you want to bring everything out the trash. So it's something that I'm working with right now. I have a build. I will take the locals. I will be playing my tournament this Friday. Probably with it. I'll probably play that. Play something fun. I don't want to play Mastermon. Yeah. Chimeramon, it seems like it's going up a little bit. Yeah, it's like oh yeah, $15 for Chimeramon. Chimeramon's going to be around this $10 or $15 mark no matter what. Because every deck can play Chimeramon. Every deck can play Chimeramon. I repeat, every deck can play Chimeramon. If you don't have at least 3 Chimeramons, you can say 4, sure, 4. If you don't have at least 3 Chimeramons, I don't know what you were waiting for. Chimeramon went down to $10 and now it's going back up to $15. You might want to pick up some Chimeramons now before it get thrown into everything and goes up to a $20 card. Just be wary of that one. Crimson Mode alternate art sitting at 45, and then Crimson Mode regular art is sitting at 40. If you had to choose between the alternate art and the regular art, I'll go with the alternate art. Paying another $5? Yeah, I'll say paying like another $5 for the alternate art holds its value better. And Gallimon has an X antibody coming out in BT9. That makes the deck extremely scary. Like, if you're at 3 security, they literally have the potential to kill you that turn. I mean, yes, literally, they have the potential to kill you that turn. That's how scary the deck is. Like, it can run through your opponent's security. So, and like against purple, oh man, Gallimon thrives on purple matchups. Detsmon's gonna be a thing. So, be honest with you, like, you're going to see Gallimon in the meta. It thrives on, oh, okay, I'm going to attack, pop these 2 security. Oh, wait, I get the Digivolve into my X, draw a card. Oh, wait, now I'll pop that security while I'm still attacking you. So I pop through 3 of your security, and now the attack is still going through. You have no block. That is game. So, yeah. Like, this deck is actually going to be very scary when X antibody come out. So be wary of these cards. Mimi is going up a little bit. Mimi is now like a $3, $4 card for a rare. People are just throwing Mimi in just to throw Mimi in, especially now with the plugins being splashed into everything. Mimi is a pretty good mitigator to that. So it makes their plugins 3. It makes blue card a 4. It makes them playing a memory boost of 4. That kind of stuff. So Mimi is very good. If you just need just a tamer just to throw in, like say you have room and you're like, I don't want to throw in no more Digimon to clog it. Might just throw in a tamer or 2. Mimi is most likely the one you're going to just throw in. Grand Kawagamon promo sitting at, yeah, 12 $13. I remember talking about this card and watch out for this card. I picked up a playset a long time ago when this card was like $3. This card is an enabler to a green OTK deck that's coming in. I believe it is coming in BT9. I believe Grandis Kawagamon is coming in BT9. Maybe BT10, but please, correct me in the comment section below. I want to say it's BT9, but something's telling me it's BT10. But that deck will be able to one-shot you from just like 5 security. You can load this bad boy up, put all kinds of craziness underneath it, and don't forget that Jorgus is a thing. So imagine building up 2 stats, going to a Chimeramon, going to a Grand Kawagamon, this one, and then Digibursting 3 or 4 times to target it itself, and then just, going into Grandis Kawagamon and being able to hit 5 security checks, that goes crazy ham. Do not sleep on this card. This card is not once per turn. This card is extremely good, and it will be a green OTK deck that's going to abuse this, because there is cards to where it says when this card Digiburst, it gets piercing. When this card Digiburst, it so you suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, so you can suspend a blocker. Like, it is getting more and more support. This card is good. I wouldn't be surprised if this card went to $20. This card would be good. This just may be the pure green deck that a lot of green enthusiasts are looking forward to and will be playing when Grandis Kawagamon does come out. It's an S Anybody Digimon without the S Anybody in its name. It has it in the trait, but not in the name. So be wary of that. Just be wary of that. This card can set up a massive OTK. Be wary of that. Mimi. Green Mimi, not purple Mimi. We talked about purple Mimi. Here's green Mimi. Green Mimi. Sitting at 8, 9, geez, $10. $10 for green Mimi. And this is not even the alternate art. This is the regular art rare from BT1. Yeah. BT1 was season 1. BT 1.5 was season 2, because that's what Davis and VMon came. Okay. So, yeah. This card is going to be relevant because of Imperial Jamon. Imperial Jamon being able to Jorgus into its 5, tap Mimi to either hatch or bring up another Digimon is bananas. And on top of that, we just got done talking about Grand Kawagamon, Grandis Kawagamon. That's all. That hype is also real as well. So, yeah, Mimi is going to be one of them cards to where it's just going to be abused no matter what. If you playing some kind of, green dual color deck, you're going to play Mimi. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. If you don't play Mimi, then you're not doing right. She's a memory tamer, and if you have a level 5 or higher green Digimon, you can tap it. You can either raise a Digimon from your nursery, or you can hatch it. Like, Mimi's good. I don't know if Mimi's going to go up. All the tamers have been going down, because a lot of the tamers have been confirmed to be reprinted in one of the Jessmon and Lord Nightmon, not Lord Nightmon, oh my goodness, Lord Ratnamon decks. They've been confirmed to come out as, alternate arts. So I don't think it's going to go to I don't think it's going to go up past $10, to be honest with you. But it's a good card, you should have it. Now, I want to talk about Mastermon and Imperial Jamon right now. So, Mastermon and Imperial Jamon as the starter decks. in my opinion, are probably the best starter structure decks that they ever created. Will Ragnalorimon and Jesmon rival those? I don't think so. And here's my reason why. Jorgus. Jorgus is too strong of a mechanic for a lot of standard decks to compete against, if not death out. If it's not death out with with hyper consistency, with hyper aggression, with Jorgus is just very, 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 very good of a mechanic. Honestly, I think it now is my number one mechanic that I love. And Jorgus is one of them things to where really until we have more of these, warp digi evolving type Digimon like the Vmon and the Guilmon out the starter decks, out the structure decks, it's going to be hard to top Jorgus. X Cross. Oh no, yeah, that's what it is. X Cross and Save and all that. That's coming in BT10. That's what that is. Okay, so Grand Squagamon is coming in BT9. So what I want to say is this. This mechanic, Jorgus, will be around forever. They already confirmed that in EX03, that we are getting a red and purple Imperialdramon line. That Imperialdramon is a Jorgus Digimon that you can Jorgus into it for a red and a purple level 5. Chimeramon is going to be abused in decks like that to bridge the gap. Now, with that being said, you have to wonder what would be the future of these two decks, seeing that these two are instant tier 1 competitors right now. What would be the future of these two decks? Honestly, I say pick up 2 decks apiece and put them to the side. Just because there's going to be some cards that you're going to need that's only in this deck. They come out with a brand new Imperialdramon. Guess what? You need the Pyrodramon. They're coming out with, better Vmon support, or they're coming out, with a new fighter mode or a new paladin mode. Guess what? A lot of these cards in this structure deck is going to be relevant. And a lot of people will say, well, what's the difference between a starter deck and a structure deck? A starter deck is the 5 decks that we have for the colors. Those are starter decks. While TCG player calls these starter decks, they're structure decks. They're structured around a certain theme, not just a conglomerate of cards to just put in to give you cards to play with. They have a theme, they have a flow, and they synergize with each other. That's the difference between structure decks and starter decks. Starter decks is for the ones that if you're just not starting out and you want to learn something, you grab a starter deck. Structure decks is like, oh, I like playing Imperialdramon, or oh, I like Imperialdramon, or I like Mastermon. Let me pick up the structure decks and that is focused around those Digimon, like Ragnarok Nightmon and Jesmon have structure decks. All Force Digimon and Galamon have structure decks. They're not starter decks, even though, TCG player says they're starter deck 9. So it's like, yeah, it's semantics. That's what it is. But you have to understand what the difference is to kind of get what people are saying at different times. It's code switching. I would say pick up 2 of each of these starter decks and put them to the side. Just in case. Because what if Grenis Kawagamon comes out and the most optimal build is to use Dino Vmon? What if the most optimal build is to use stuff out of these structure decks? These structure decks will go up in price. Now, as you can see, it's a huge market for these structure decks. But I'm not talking about immediately. I'm talking about in the future. What happened when we hit BT, 15 and 16 and EXO, 7, and there's some crazy Azulamon support or some crazy Imperialmon support. That's like, yeah, if you have a Pyurgamon, if you have two Pyurgamons underneath, you can do X, Y, and Z. Or if you have, Digiburst sits and, rest all your opponent's security, all your opponent's Digimon, and any Digimon that's below, 10K, send it to the bottom of that deck or something like that. Then you need Jorgen stuff. Then you need stuff like this. Then you like that kind of stuff. So, hey, I just said pick up two of them and put them to the side. Simple. People gonna always want stuff out of those decks. So, here's what I've been debating about. Now, I put it towards the end for a reason. I've been debating if I should, do a buyer's beware on this one. Because while it is around $55, $57 for this, how good is Beelzemon going to do? Right now, Beelzemon is a rogue deck. Some people would put it tier 2. I say, can it keep up with the likes of Black War Greymon, Alphamon? Black War Greymon, Alphamon. I could, I'll put Alphamon tier 2. Can keep up with the likes of like Alphamon, with the likes of like Yellow Hybrid, with the likes of Three Musketeers Security Control, with the likes of Black War Greymon, with the likes of Tribal Greymon or Red Hybrid Greymon, as you want to say it. Can it keep up? I don't know. I don't know. The deck is so expensive that I haven't seen anybody really play it. And I haven't played against it yet. I mean, to be fair, this is my second week into the EX02 format. EX02 format, because I've been gone for 3 weeks. But I don't know anybody that has this deck fully built. Or else I'll sit there and I play test it and I'll look through it and I'll examine it. Very, very hard. I might have to theory craft about this one. Right now, I would consider putting it into a rogue tier type of deck. Nothing against it. Nothing against people who like the deck. I mean, it's a great deck. It's just not meta worthy. Not right now. Not right now. Let's see. Let's see how it goes. So buyer beware. I wouldn't pick up the alternate arts. If you have them, I would just sell them. Be honest with you. Same thing with this one. Like, a lot of people are actually turned off or getting turned off. A lot of people I've talked to. Again, turned off by the character rares. They love how the tamer looks, and I love how the tamer looks. Like, I think I need to pick me up 3 more Rikas. Like, and I don't care about match rarity my decks at all. I rather play low rarity and collect the high rarity and maybe use the high rarity to trade for like bit stuff. But a lot of these people are not liking the character rares on these Digimon and EX02. They come out the anime. And I agree with them. I don't like the anime, pluck a picture from the anime, like Gardramon, really? But you pluck it straight out the anime and put it onto a card. And I'm pretty sure it's to bring nostalgia to the game and to bring, light to some newer players or newer people to the Digimon community. It's to bring them back into the old days to where the Digimon anime, and I get that. It's a nostalgia thing. But please do not do this in main sets. A lot of people would actually be very mad if it was in main sets. Now, you can say you like the character rares. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. All I'm saying is, there's a lot of voices out there that don't like the anime type of, those, basically picture for picture anime type of cards when it comes to the alternate arts. They want you to do something more with it. Like this one, if I'm not mistaken, this wasn't in the anime. This is not bad, but the one I remember I pulled one. The other Entmon, a lot of people are like iffy about it. I like, and I use this Entmon for example because you know this is not the this is not the EX02 Entmon. I use this Entmon for example because this kind of style is what people are looking for. Not the anime, you know, take a shot out the anime, put it onto a card type of style. They want something like this. Like this is nice. People will pick up 3 or 4 of these. This is nice. I just want to put that out there. You know, let me know if you like the character rares, not character rares, but the anime rares from EX02. Let me know. I mean, I like the tamers. I think everybody said they love the tamers and how they look. The Rika looks clean. The Takato looks clean. The Henry looks clean. The is it Isaac Miko that have one? Like they said, all the tamers look clean. They all look clean, and we all love those. But please, I personally just don't want the character rares. And I think you might be having a hard time actually pushing those off until some people, you know, there's not, okay, so the seller base is going to be smaller than usual when you want to get rid of them. A lot of people are not really feeling it. Now, for the very last one, I want to go ahead and look over some. So right now, on TTG Player, a case of Etch records going for 1,000. So let me go ahead and let's pull up the hand-dating calculator right now, right? So you're gonna say 9999. I don't care. Like right here is $1,000. Now I know it's early because as you can see right here, estimated shipping date is the 29th of July. The set doesn't officially release until the first week of August, just so you know. So if you're thinking that's far away, that's 3 weeks away, ladies and gentlemen. 3 weeks away. It's closer than you think. Now, if we did 1,000 divided by 12, so MSRP right now is sitting at $83.33. That is $10 to $15 more than every other set outside of 1.0 or 1.5. I think 1.0 was the highest. I think it was retailing for 90 MSRP on TCG Player, and people was buying it for like 120. How do I know? I bought bosses at 1.0 at 120. Trust me. I bought a case for like 1600. Like, that's how much it was. But this set's gonna be expensive. And why do I say that? Alphamon supports in here, Dexmon supports in here, Megaloromon X support is in here. I believe the Blue Flare stuff is in here as well. I could be mistaken, that could be a BT10 thing, but I believe the Blue Flare stuff is up in here as well. The Gallantmon X antibody is in here. Grannis Kawagamon's up in here. Like, this is a meta set. Like, we talked so much about how BT7 and BT8 really warped the meta. BT7 warped the meta to where it put a heavy emphasis on tamers because of hybrids. So you see a lot more decks nowadays, even not playing hybrids, they're playing like 5, 6, 7 tamers. That's because of the meta format of hybrids. So BT7 was good for that. BT8 with the dual color mechanics opens up the diversity when it comes to the format, and opens up the diversity when it comes to deck building, because you can do tricolor decks and it would actually synergize with each other rather than hoping you drew into a color that you can digivolve on top of. So this deck, I mean not deck, but this set is extremely top heavy. And when I mean extremely top heavy, I mean all the big boss monsters are in here. And is this going to be the next $100 set, a $100 box? I mean, right now, you can see right now, it is sitting here at 95. And people are thinking, yeah, this is 100% going to be the next set. The next $100 set. We haven't had a $100 set since 1.5. Because BT4 fell very, very fast. BT5 was actually a almost full allegation. They allegated like 40%. No, they allocated 60% the first wave, and 2 weeks later it was like another 40%. And then from that point forward, we always have full or not, close to full allegation to all the vendors, to all the storefronts. So like boxes has always been, $70, $75, $80, $85. We just might see another $100 set. Like this might actually be the true $100 set. Am I going to go in on a case of this? Yes, I actually am going to. Will I be opening it? Yes. But is this something that I would hold for long-term purposes? I don't think so. I think it's this price. I think it's giving it this price point because it's, I feel like it's just a meta defining set. And we've been saying that all this time, but meta defining and meta warping are two different things. Meta warping is slightly changing what the meta is. One or two decks might come up, one or two decks might fall back, but you know what you're playing against. Like BT7, you knew you was playing against hybrid. You know you was playing against a blue hybrid. You know you was playing against tribal, Greymon. You knew you was playing against Lilithmon. You knew you was playing against those decks. BT8, dual colored. We knew for a fact that Imperialdramon was going to be a thing. We knew Mastermind was going to be a thing. But guess what's still relevant? Blue hybrid. Guess what's still relevant? Lilith Loop. Guess what's still relevant? Red Greymon Tribal. Those decks are still relevant. Just because it's meta warping doesn't make it meta defining. This set just may be meta defining. With Galactmon X, War Greymon X, Granus Kawagamon X, Metagarurumon X. I can believe the Dark Knightmon X is up in this set. Like Cool Boys in this set. Like this set is gonna be just, we may not see other decks that doesn't have Jorgus built into the mechanic. We might not see those decks stay on top of the tippy top. You might keep Imperial and you might keep, Master, but how good is Master going to be against Dexmon? Just all these questions and all these new decks with all these new power-ups is, of course, a natural power creep, But how big of a power creep is it going to be? And that's my question to you. How big of a power creep do you think BT9 is going to be? Because I do think it's going to be meta defining, not meta warping, meta defining. Like it's going to be the meta, not be a part of the meta. So there you go. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section below. I really want your input on this one. Let me know if there's any cards, anything you want me to touch up on when it comes to the market watches. Keep an eye on things like that. This one was a long one. Like I said, I'm getting back into my groove. This one's a long one. So without further ado, I'll be your boy Dante, and I'm going to get up out of here. This has been yet another Digimon Market Watch, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.